Dear chosen ones, welcome to your moment of truth. Today is the beginning of something extraordinary, a powerful realization of your greatness. For too long, you've been underestimated, pushed aside, and confined by others' limitations. But that ends now. You've shed the skin of your past self, and the version of you standing here today is unrecognizable. The ones who thought they could silence your voice, keep you small, or trap you in a box, they failed to recognize the force within you. And now, they're watching as that very force unfolds in ways they could never have predicted. You are not just passing through life anymore. You've become a storm, a blazing force that cannot be ignored. The very energy that once held you back is now the fire that propels you forward. You've leveled up in ways they can't even comprehend. They thought they knew you. They thought they could control you. But now they're burning as they watch the very power they underestimated emerge before their eyes. The power of being chosen isn't just about rising above the challenges. It's about the haunting realization that those who once held power over you are now powerless to affect your course. Their criticisms, manipulations, and words are now like dust against the storm you've become. You've broken free, and there's no going back. Your strength, your energy, and your confidence are untouchable now, and that terrifies them. But here's the truth. They will keep testing you. They will continue to look for cracks, hoping you'll slip back into the box they put you in. But that's not going to happen. You've already broken free. The strength you carry is unshakable, and it disturbs them because they know they can't control it anymore. Your energy, your boundaries, your confidence, they can't touch it. It's a level of freedom they never thought you could achieve. And now they're left stuck in their own game, while you keep rising higher. Before we dive deeper into this transformative journey, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt thanks to all of you who've supported this message through Super Thanks. Your generosity, whether through a donation or simply engaging with the content, is deeply appreciated. Your energy and commitment to this mission make all the difference, and I'm beyond grateful for every step you take with me on this path of empowerment. Now, let's step into this power together. The future is waiting for you, and it's time to rise and claim what's yours. The universe is no longer working against you, it's conspiring in your favor. And there's nothing that can stop your rise now. Let's make this moment count, chosen one. The time is now. Drop the number 777 in the comments if you feel this shift in your soul. Let the world know you've stepped into your power. Let's dive in. God's chosen ones, you have a new attitude, and it looks good on you. No more people-pleasing. Number 1. The old you is dead, and the new you will never fit in their box again. The old version of you, the one who feared rejection and tried to blend into others' limited expectations, that person is dead. And the new you? Well, they will never fit in their box again. You've outgrown it. They thought they could control you, manipulate you, and reduce you to a mere shadow of who you are. But they forgot one crucial thing. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and the very system they tried to manipulate has turned against them. You, chosen one, are the living proof of that. The rules have shifted. The game has changed, and you were the one who made the change. Can you feel it? The power surging within you, refusing to let you shrink back. If you're still doubting, if you're questioning your strength, this message is for you. Your evolution is not a mistake, and neither is your destiny. Don't waste another second doubting the incredible power within you. You're not just waiting for permission to rise. You've already risen, and you did it all by yourself. Isaiah 41:10 tells us, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This verse speaks to the core of your journey. The strength and guidance you've been receiving all along. even when you didn't realize it. Now, think about the people who once tried to control you, the ones who wanted to keep you small, the ones who laughed at your dreams. How do you feel now when you walk into a room with your head held high? You become someone they can no longer manipulate. They see it, they feel it. Your power radiates, and it shakes their foundation. Philippians 4:13 reassures us, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This verse wasn't just for the past, it's for right now. Because you've tapped into that same source of power, you are unstoppable. And if they think they can still break you, they're in for a rude awakening. Let's be real, they were counting on you to stay in their box. They wanted you to keep bending, shrinking, and twisting yourself to fit into their narrow vision. But you're no longer the person who would bend and break under their demands. The moment you started walking with confidence, with your head held high and your spine straight, you became untouchable. Your transformation wasn't some lucky accident, it was the result of a deep cosmic alignment. 1 John 4:4 reminds us, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." The power inside you is greater than anything they can throw at you. They may try, but their efforts will only remind them of the strength they can't comprehend. Do you remember the first time you started walking into rooms with that unshakable confidence? The whispers, the side glances, they couldn't understand it. They hated it, didn't they? They couldn't stand the fact that you no longer crumbled when they tried to control you. But this shift, this transformation, didn't happen overnight. It was part of your design, chosen one. You were always meant for greatness. The universe has always known what you're capable of, even when they didn't. Look at Malala Yousafzai, a girl who stood tall in the face of oppression, refusing to be silenced. Her courage and belief in her power changed the course of her life, and the lives of countless others. Similarly, you're walking your own path of transformation, one where you no longer allow others to define your worth. As you continue to evolve, you're rewriting your very DNA. The person you were, the one who felt small and afraid, is gone forever. And the people who once tried to manipulate you, they are now witnesses to your rise. You see, they underestimated your strength. They thought they could break you, but in truth, they've only made you stronger. Romans 8:31 offers a powerful reminder. What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? The universe has aligned in your favor, and with that cosmic energy flowing through you, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Think of Steve Jobs, the visionary who once faced rejection and criticism from those who didn't understand his dream. Yet, his relentless pursuit of his vision led to the creation of one of the world's most powerful companies. His confidence in his purpose allowed him to rise above the naysayers. You too are creating something powerful, even if others can't see it yet. And now, when they try to throw their passive-aggressive comments or manipulative tactics your way, they bounce off you. It's as if you've developed an impenetrable shield. You've become someone they cannot control. They wanted to trap you in their web of doubt, but you've already broken free. You are untouchable now. Can you feel that? That is the freedom of knowing who you are and standing firmly in your truth. 2. Timothy 1:7 reminds us, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. This Spirit that's within you is why you are not afraid to take up space, to claim what's yours. You are not timid anymore. You are bold, confident, and unafraid to live your truth. So, here's the truth they won't admit. They need you more than you need them. The more they try to manipulate you, the more they reveal how much they've lost. Abraham Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." You're creating your future, and it's one they can't touch. Your power, your independence, your refusal to play their games, it rattles them, and it should. Because you're not just existing anymore, you're thriving. And this transformation, chosen one, it's not a phase. It's who you were always meant to become. Let that sink in. The person you used to be is gone, and that's a good thing. You've outgrown the version of yourself that they tried to manipulate. You've risen to a place of strength that they'll never understand. And the more they try to tear you down, the more they remind themselves of their failure to control you. Keep moving forward, chosen one. You've already risen, and now there's no going back. So, what's next? What else do you need to prove to yourself? The universe has already chosen you. It's time for you to own it and continue your rise to greatness. Nothing and no one can stop it now. Philippians 3:14 reminds us, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Your goal is in sight, and nothing will get in your way. Number 2, they can't handle your glow-up, and it's devastating to them. Take a long, hard look at their faces. Really study them. Notice that flicker of confusion, that disbelief now clearly written across their expressions, the panic creeping in as they come to the terrifying realization that their old tricks no longer work on you. It's delicious, isn't it? Every one of them, without exception, expected you to remain their puppet, their emotional punching bag, the person who bends to their will every time they pull their strings. But now they're watching you, horrified, as you break free from the box they tried to shove you into. Have you noticed the panic setting in? The way they can't seem to figure out what's happening to you? They thought you'd continue to shrink, continue to fold under their pressure, fitting into the tiny space they made for you. But they were wrong. They didn't know who you were becoming. They couldn't see the transformation that was quietly happening inside of you. You're not just getting stronger, you're a walking shockwave, shaking everything they thought they knew about you to its core. Can you feel it? The weight of their disbelief. Romans 8:37 tells us, No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. This verse perfectly captures your journey. You're no longer just surviving, you're conquering, thriving, and breaking free from the chains they tried to bind you with. You've become more than they could ever anticipate, more than they could ever control. So ask yourself, how much power do they have over you now? Remember how they used to play those games with you, trying to keep you small, trying to manipulate your actions. Those same people who fed off your kindness, your willingness to please, are now facing a version of you they can no longer manipulate. The truth is, they're terrified. Why? Because they built their entire world on your compliance. They thought they could count on you to be the emotional sponge, the one who soaked up their toxicity without ever pushing back. But now, that game is over. How do you think they feel seeing you stand up for yourself? Matthew 5:14 says, You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. This light in you is something they tried to dim, to keep hidden. But now, it's impossible for them to ignore. Every time you walk into a room, they feel the intensity of your presence. They see the light that radiates from you, and it's blinding to them. They wanted you to be their shadow, but you've become the one casting it. Have you noticed how they struggle to keep up with your energy? You've made a critical shift, chosen one. The kindness they mistook for weakness, it's not a flaw. It was a choice. And now you've made a different choice, to choose yourself. You've chosen to stop being their emotional support, their doormat, their yes person. You've taken back your energy, your time, your peace. Can you feel the shift? It's like a door slamming shut, locking out all the toxicity they once brought into your life. Psalm 23:5 reminds us, You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You've found peace in the midst of their chaos. You stand firm, unbothered by their attempts to regain control. Can you see how they now react when they can no longer control you? Take a moment to remember the last time they threw out the bait, the guilt trips, the manipulations, those passive-aggressive comments. And remember how you didn't flinch, you didn't bite, you didn't get pulled into their game. Instead, you stood there, calm and unshaken, watching them scramble. Psalm 27:1 speaks to this strength. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? You've found that strength in yourself, and they can't handle it. They've always depended on your reactions. They thought that if they could just get you to respond, to react, to engage, they could continue manipulating you. But now they're left wondering how to deal with you. They see you standing tall, unwavering, unafraid to walk away, and they don't know what to do with that. Ephesians 6:10 strengthens this idea. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. You found your strength in the Lord, and now they can't manipulate it or break it. Have you ever felt this kind of power coursing through you? Think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a man who faced tremendous adversity early in life. He was underestimated, discarded, and doubted by many. But he didn't bend, he didn't shrink. He chose to stand tall in his truth and refused to let anyone define him. Today, he's not just a successful actor and businessman. He's a symbol of someone who never let others control his narrative. You too have tapped into that unshakable power. How does it feel to know that you are walking the same path? The truth that they're too scared to admit. They no longer have any power over you. How can they control you when you no longer care about their approval? Proverbs 4:25 urges us to let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. You're moving forward with unwavering focus. They tried to keep you in a state of perpetual submission, but that era is over. They've lost their grip on you, and now they're flailing, trying to figure out how to bring you back into their toxic orbit. The truth is, they can't. You've already broken free, and there's no going back. Can you feel the freedom in that? And here's where it gets even more interesting. They don't know what to do with the new you. They can't comprehend a version of you that refuses to shrink, to be anything other than authentic. The more they try to manipulate, the more they remind themselves of their own failure to keep you down. It's like Oprah Winfrey, who, despite facing years of criticism and doubt, remained true to herself. She built an empire not by trying to please everyone, but by unapologetically being her true self. Now, she stands as a beacon of empowerment, just like you, chosen one. What would it feel like if you too became a symbol of this same strength and authenticity? So, ask yourself, what's the cost to them now? They've built their world on your submission, but now that world is crumbling. They thought you were just a tool to help them feel bigger, but now you're a force they can't control. You've stepped out of their toxic orbit and into your own, a place where their influence has no power. Now, here's the kicker. They never saw you coming. They never expected you to rise, to stand firm in your truth, and to walk away from their manipulation. And the more they try to pull you back, the more they remind themselves of their failure. Isaiah 54:17 reminds us, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." They've tried to use their weapons, their manipulations, their control, but they were never designed to succeed. You, chosen one, are untouchable, and now they're paying the price for underestimating you. Number 3. The old you is dead. Time to bury the weakness for good. It's time for a funeral, but not for you, chosen one. No, the funeral is for the old version of you, the one who bent over backward for people who never returned the same energy, the you who apologized for existing, for taking up space, for having needs, the you who exhausted themselves, ensuring everyone else was comfortable, while your soul cried out for attention, silently withering away. That version of you is gone. It's dead, buried and decomposed. Returned to the cosmic dust from which we all came, and it's never coming back. Can you feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you leave that past behind? Let's face it, you were the one they could always rely on, weren't you? The one who sacrificed their own needs to please others. You gave everything, even when nothing was returned. They thrived off your self-sacrifice, feeding off your energy like parasites. You were the perfect vessel for their emotional draining, a sponge soaking up their chaos without ever considering your own well-being. They took, and you gave. And it was never enough. You were nothing but a well they could keep drawing from until you were empty, and they did it with no guilt. How did it feel to be the one always giving, with no one offering anything in return? Proverbs 11:25 says, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." You were that generous person, always refreshing others. But now you're learning the value of refreshing yourself, taking care of your own soul first. Do you feel the shift in energy now that you're no longer the one always giving? You let them, didn't you? You allowed them to siphon your light, your time, your soul, until there was nothing left but a hollow shell of who you used to be. But that person is gone, and the world is about to see it. You were the foundation of their comfort. You made their lives easier, more convenient, and in return they gave you crumbs. They built their happiness on your misery, their ease on your struggle. They didn't care about the toll it took on you, as long as they were satisfied. Your misery was their cushion, and your exhaustion their pedestal. How does it feel to finally stand on your own and no longer bear their weight? 2 Corinthians 12:9 reminds us, "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.' Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." The power you carry now is not born from weakness, but from strength and divine grace. You're no longer being drained by others, but walking in the fullness of God's strength. But guess what? They don't get to use you anymore. They have to fend for themselves now. And here's the kicker, they're terrible at it. They've grown weak, softer, atrophied. They don't know how to handle the world without you constantly saving them from their own messes. They never learned how to solve their own problems, how to manage their own emotions, because you were always there to pick up the slack. They didn't develop the resilience they needed because you were the one absorbing their energy, soothing their chaos. Does it feel empowering to know that it's no longer your responsibility to fix them? Isaiah 41:10 assures us, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." As they stumble without you, you are being upheld by God's strength. Can you feel that divine support as you step away from their chaos and into your own peace? And now that you've chosen yourself, now that you've decided you're no longer their emotional garbage dump, they're losing their minds. They're calling you selfish. They're calling you cold. They're throwing labels at you because they don't have the vocabulary to describe what's happening. They've never known someone who has healthy boundaries. They've never understood what it means to prioritize yourself over the toxic demands of others. How does it feel to set those boundaries with confidence? Romans 12:1 calls us, "Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship." Your true worship is honoring your body, mind, and spirit by saying no to the things that drain you. You were never selfish before. You were just lost. Lost in the idea that your worth was tied to how much you could give, to how much you could sacrifice for others. But that version of you is dead. The person who thought her worth was measured by her ability to please, gone. The new you isn't apologizing anymore. The new you isn't bending to anyone's will. The new you stands firm in your own truth, your own needs, your own desires. And that's driving them crazy. Why? Because they can't control you anymore. They don't have the power to drain you or use you, and it terrifies them. Does it feel freeing to know that you are no longer bound by their expectations? Oprah Winfrey is a perfect example. She was once expected to conform to the expectations of others, to be a certain way, to fit a mold. But Oprah chose herself. She set boundaries, prioritized her well-being, and now she's a symbol of empowerment, showing others the strength in saying no and choosing yourself. Just like Oprah, you've stepped into your own power and refused to let anyone define you. What does it feel like to finally step into your greatness? The person who used to jump at their beck and call now walks away without a second thought. The person who used to get lost in the shadows now stands in the light, unapologetically glowing. They can't understand it. They can't comprehend how someone who used to be so malleable, so accommodating, has transformed into someone who is now unshakable. Your boundaries are your armor, and they can't penetrate it. They've never had to face someone who is as committed to their own well-being as they are to their own agendas. How does it feel to finally take your power back? Let them panic. Let them call you selfish. Let them squirm as they realize you no longer care about their opinions. Because the truth is, you're not selfish. You're finally choosing yourself. You're no longer wasting your energy on people who only take. The old you, the one who lived for others at the expense of yourself, that version of you is dead and buried. And the world should be scared, because now you're free. You're free to stand tall, to take up space, to demand respect and love without apology. They won't know how to handle the new, untouchable version of you. And you'll keep glowing, knowing you've buried the weakness for good. John 8:36 declares, "So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." You are free, chosen one, free from their expectations, free from their control, and free to live the life you were always meant to lead. Keep glowing, keep rising. Nothing can stop you now. Number 4, the transformation, rising from the ashes. Like a phoenix, you've evolved, and it's nothing short of a miracle. Like a caterpillar shedding its old skin to emerge as a butterfly, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you've undergone a radical transformation. But this isn't some soft, gradual change. This is violent, beautiful, and irreversible. Can you feel the fire that has forged you into something unbreakable? Just like the universe itself changed in the split second after the Big Bang, everything rearranged, everything shifted. You too have experienced a cosmic shift. While they were busy trying to keep you small, trying to box you in, you were quietly building, planning, growing, and evolving in the shadows. They didn't see it coming, and now that the results are undeniable, they can't do a damn thing about it. Does it feel like power to realize that your transformation has been unstoppable? Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? This new thing within you is the work of a divine transformation, one that can't be ignored, one that has already begun. It's your time to shine, and no one can hold you back. Your glow-up is real, and it's hitting them right where it hurts the most. Every inch of progress you've made is a slap in the face to the ones who used to underestimate you. Your success in your career, in your relationships, in your health, and most importantly, in your mindset, is a constant reminder of what they could have had. If only they had treated you better, if they had invested in you instead of trying to drain your energy, your resources, and your soul, they'd be reaping the rewards now. But instead, they're left watching as you rise, stronger, sharper, and more focused than ever. Can you see the sting in their eyes as they watch your success? Jeremiah 29:11 reassures us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." You've aligned with these plans, and every step you've taken has been a reflection of that divine direction. The best part? They never saw it coming. You kept your moves low. You didn't need to broadcast your every move to the world. You weren't posting about every little victory, seeking the validation of others for your every step. You didn't need the applause. You weren't looking for confirmation or recognition at the start of your journey. You kept it quiet, kept it under wraps, and executed in silence. Does it feel rewarding to know that you didn't need anyone's approval to grow? Proverbs 16:3 tells us, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." You committed yourself to your path and to God's plan, and now you're seeing the results unfold before you. There was no need for external validation when your success was already written in the stars. While they were running their mouths, making promises they could never keep, talking about all the things they were going to do without ever actually doing them, you were making real moves. And now that you're winning, they're scrambling to figure out how to catch up. They can't stand it. They've watched you rise from nothing, and now they're studying you like some kind of rare specimen. They're analyzing your every move, dissecting your life, trying to reverse engineer your transformation. They want to know how you did it, how you pulled yourself out of the darkness and into the light. What's it like to know that they'll never truly understand the journey you've taken? Matthew 7:7 reminds us, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." They didn't ask, they didn't seek, and now they're left on the outside, watching you walk through doors that only you were prepared to enter. But here's the problem for them. They didn't do the work. They didn't put in the long nights, the soul-crushing work, the painful self-reflection that you did. They didn't face the demons you faced. They didn't shed the weight of their own like you did. So now they're left trying to replicate your success without understanding the true process that made it happen. They're looking for shortcuts, for easy answers, but they'll never get there because they didn't earn it like you did. Can you feel the strength in knowing that your success wasn't handed to you? It was earned every step of the way. Galatians 6:9 encourages us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." You've kept going, even when it was hard, and now you're reaping the harvest of your persistence. This transformation wasn't handed to you. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. You earned every ounce of your success. You built it from the ground up, piece by piece, brick by brick, and now the ones who thought they could keep you in a box are forced to sit back and watch as you shatter every limitation they ever placed on you. How does it feel to know that your growth has made them uncomfortable because they can't replicate your resilience? Steve Jobs famously said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." Jobs faced immense challenges and rejection, but his transformation from an outcast to a visionary leader shows the power of persistence and belief in oneself. Like him, your transformation isn't just about luck. It's about belief, hard work, and the courage to face failure and keep going. Your growth is their pain. Every moment you rise higher, you remind them of their failure to recognize your worth, and they can't stand it. But here's the kicker. They'll never be able to replicate what you've done. They might try to mimic your moves, copy your actions, and dissect your every choice. But the truth is, they'll always fall short. They can't fake the inner work. They can't copy the pain you endured, the sacrifices you made, and the strength you found in the struggle. Does it feel empowering to know that they can never replicate the depth of your journey? They want what you have, but they'll never have the heart, the resilience, or the depth of purpose that you do. Your success is not just a result of talent or luck. It's the culmination of everything you've overcome, everything you've survived, and everything you've chosen to become. And now, as you stand in the glow of your transformation, don't waste a second worrying about them. Let them study you. Let them wonder. Let them try and figure out the secret. How does it feel to know that the secret is simple? You didn't stop. You kept evolving, kept growing, and kept rising. And now you are unstoppable. Philippians 3:14 affirms, "I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." You've pressed on, and now you're winning. Nothing will stop you. Keep soaring higher. The best is yet to come. Number 5. The power of true confidence, unshakable, untouchable, and unbothered. Your confidence now, it's nothing short of terrifying to those who once controlled you. They never saw this coming. They never imagined the quiet, uncertain person they once manipulated would transform into someone so unshakable, so unapologetic. Confident people, real confident people, cannot be controlled. They don't bow to anyone. They don't seek validation from people who never truly valued them. They don't twist themselves into pretzels, bending to fit someone else's expectations just to earn love or approval that should have been freely given from the start. They don't live to appease. And you've stepped into that power. You are radiating confidence now. But it's not the shallow, performative kind that needs constant external validation to survive. This confidence runs deep, so deep it's carved into your bones. It's soul-level certainty that flows from a place of total self-acceptance. Can you feel that power? That unshakable belief in yourself that no one can take away? Proverbs 3:26 reminds us, "For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught." This is the confidence that comes from knowing who you are, standing firm in your truth, and being grounded in the certainty that God's guidance is with you. The kind of confidence you carry now doesn't ask for permission, doesn't need approval, and doesn't apologize for existing. You've been through the fires, the betrayals, the manipulations, and yet here you stand, stronger, clearer, and more authentic than ever. And this confidence, it's not a mask you put on for show. It's the result of every moment you chose yourself over their toxic demands. Every time you refuse to shrink to make someone else comfortable. Does it feel empowering to realize that you no longer need to shrink for anyone? Romans 8:31 says, "What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us?" With this kind of confidence, nothing and no one can stand in your way. Your strength comes from a place of divine alignment, and now you are walking in it. They tried to keep you small, tried to make you second-guess yourself. And for a while, maybe it worked, but not anymore. Now you see through every game they play. Your vision is 2020, and now you see everything clearly. All the things that used to be hidden from you are now in full view. The subtle manipulations, the passive-aggressive comments disguised as jokes, the backhanded compliments that were really just veiled insults. You see it all. They no longer have the power to pull the wool over your eyes. Can you feel the clarity that comes with no longer being manipulated? 1 John 4:4 reminds us, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." The power within you is greater than the toxic forces around you. You see through their attempts to manipulate because you are grounded in something far stronger, your own inner strength, guided by God. Those who once tried to keep you dependent on their approval, you see right through their fake support, their hidden jealousy. You know their game, and you're not playing anymore. You've done the work. You've shed the layers of self-doubt and insecurity they tried to pile onto you. You don't need their validation anymore. because the one thing you now know is that your value was never determined by them. It was always within you. You've always been enough. And that truth, it terrifies the ones who used to control you. They can't handle this version of you, the one who stands firm in their truth, the one who refuses to shrink or apologize for their power. How does it feel to finally realize that the power was always yours? Isaiah 54:17 tells us, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." Your confidence is a shield now, impenetrable to their negativity, their jealousy, and their attempts to undermine you. So let them squirm. Let them throw their manipulative comments your way. Let them try to undermine you, because you've stopped caring. You see them for what they are, and it's no longer your problem. The power they once had over you, it's gone. Your new confidence is impenetrable. They thought they could break you, but what they didn't know is that your strength was never theirs to take. Your confidence is not about arrogance. It's about freedom. Freedom from their judgment, their opinions, and their toxic games. Does it feel liberating to know that you are no longer bound by their influence? Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Your confidence is your light, and now it shines brighter than ever, impossible for anyone to ignore. They might try to dim it, but you've already outgrown them. You've done the impossible. You've embraced your authenticity, and in doing so, you've unlocked a power they could never understand. And now it's their turn to watch as you walk through life unbothered, unshaken, and completely untouchable." Serena Williams, one of the most successful tennis players in history, embodies this kind of true confidence. She's faced criticism, struggles, and doubts, but her confidence in her talent, her worth, and her strength has carried her to the top. Like Serena, you too have embraced your true power and walked through the challenges, knowing that no one could take your place. Number 6. Cutting the toxic ties. No more energy vampires. Anyone who ever tried to use you, guilt trip you, or manipulate you is now out of your life, gone. The energy vampires, the constant critics, the fair-weather friends who only show up when it benefits them, the jealous saboteurs who want to see you fail, the emotional blackmailers who tried to play on your heartstrings, the perpetual victims who never took responsibility, all of them gone. And it's been with surgical precision. No explanations needed, no lengthy goodbyes, no tearful farewells, no dramatic confrontations where you aired all their dirty laundry, no begging them to understand or see things from your perspective. You didn't waste your time on any of that. Instead, with the quiet dignity of someone who knows their worth, you cut them out like the cancer they are. A clean incision, a necessary amputation, removing the rot before it could spread any further. 2 Corinthians 6:17 says, "Therefore come out from them and be separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you." You've chosen to separate yourself from toxicity, to purify your surroundings, and make room for better things in your life. While they were still caught in their toxic games, you were already moving on, leaving them in your past. There's no room in your life anymore for people who suck the life out of you, for anyone who only brings negativity and drama. Some of them, sure, maybe they deserved a conversation, but most of them, they didn't. None of them were entitled to unlimited chances to hurt you, to drain your energy, to disrespect your boundaries. You've given them more than enough chances, and you don't need to keep pouring into empty cups. How does it feel to finally put your boundaries in place and stop wasting time on those who don't value you? Matthew 18:15 teaches us, if your brother or sister sins, go and point out their fault just between the two of you. If they listen to you, you've won them over. But sometimes silence is stronger than words. You've learned that cutting the toxic ties without confrontation is the most powerful decision for your peace. You've realized that you don't owe anyone your time, your energy, or your heart if they can't value it. You don't owe them an explanation. You're done. And now they're feeling the sting of your absence in ways they never thought possible. You walked away completely. And that's their worst nightmare. They never thought you would. They thought they could continue using you, playing their games, and you would always be there to pick up the pieces. But not anymore. Now they're scrambling, blowing up your phone, showing up uninvited, hoping to draw you back into their drama, sending people, flying monkeys, to check in on you, trying to manipulate your friends to get close again. But you see right through it. You're not playing that game anymore. Rihanna, known for overcoming challenges and staying true to herself, represents the power of cutting ties with the toxic forces around you. Despite the obstacles she faced, she continued to rise to the top, not letting anyone dictate her value. Like Rihanna, you too have learned the power of walking away from those who don't value you and staying committed to your own growth and peace. You've flipped the board, scattered the pieces, and walked away. You've left the room and found better, more supportive people to surround yourself with. People who bring value to your life, who respect your boundaries, who celebrate your success instead of sabotaging it. Those are the ones you're investing in now. The ones who understand the importance of giving as much as they take. Your time, your energy, your peace, they're worth more than the drama and manipulation they tried to pull you into. And now, as you stand firm in your decision to let go of the toxic, the draining, and the unworthy, you realize something powerful. You've taken your power back. No more games, no more emotional vampires, no more fake friends. You're moving forward. And they'll have to watch you rise from the sidelines. And honestly, they'll never understand how you did it, how you walked away without a second thought. But that's their problem, not yours. You've cut the ties, and you're free. You've made space for the people who truly matter. And now you're thriving in ways they can only dream of. John 8:32 says, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." You have freed yourself from the toxicity of the past, and now you are walking in the light of your truth. Number 7. The future awaits. Embrace your power as a chosen one. Hello, chosen one. Look at where you are now. Reflect on the journey you've taken to get here, and then think about where you're headed. You're standing at the precipice of something bigger, something more extraordinary than you could have ever imagined. And trust me when I say you're not just passing through life anymore. You're about to step into a reality that was always waiting for you. A reality where you claim your place with authority and confidence. Does it excite you to know that you're on the edge of something so powerful, something that only you can create? Right now, you're on the outside of a transformative world. You're not yet in the obsidian inner order, but you could be. Picture this. Weekly group calls with over 450 chosen ones, all committed to growth, empowerment, and limitless potential. And the best part? These calls are recorded and available whenever you need them, so you can dive deep into the wisdom, strategies, and insights shared within this powerful community. Imagine how much you could evolve with this level of guidance and connection. Doesn't it feel like you're just a step away from connecting with a community that mirrors your ambitions? Our private Discord isn't just a chat room, it's alive. It's buzzing with ideas, breakthroughs, and that unstoppable chosen energy that only a select few get to experience. In this space, every conversation is a spark. Every connection is a chance to elevate. And every moment is an opportunity to expand into the highest version of yourself. The energy here isn't just inspiring, It's transformative. It's where soul evolution happens, and you have a front row seat. How does it feel to be in a space where your growth is celebrated, and you have the opportunity to inspire and be inspired? For those of you who feel the pull of connection, there's something just as extraordinary waiting for you. Welcome to Chosen Singles, a place where soulmates meet not through cheap pickup lines, but under cosmic alignments. This isn't some dating app. This is where the universe has designed the perfect conditions for powerful connections to thrive. If you're ready to meet someone who understands your journey, someone who matches your frequency, this is where that magic happens. Can you feel the pull of the universe bringing you closer to someone who truly resonates with you? But here's the real power behind this community. It's not just a group, not just a network of like-minded individuals. It's a re-evolution of soul and spirit. It's a movement, a collective of chosen ones who have awakened to their true power and are standing together to create a world that reflects their worth. This isn't about fitting in or waiting for validation. This is about being unapologetically you. This is about aligning with others who refuse to shrink, who have committed to never playing small, and who are unshakable in their purpose. What would it feel like to be a part of something so transformative, so empowering? Elon Musk is a great example of someone who has fully embraced his power, transforming industries with his vision and unwavering belief in his path. Like you, Elon dared to step into the future, to challenge the status quo, and to create a reality that was once considered impossible. The future is yours for the taking, just as it's been for visionaries like him. Are you ready to step into your own future, just like Elon did? You've already made the decision to evolve, to leave behind the limitations and fears of the past. Now the future is wide open. The tools are here, the wisdom is here, the energy is here. It's all within your reach, and all you need to do is step in. Are you ready to truly live as a chosen one? This is your chance to be part of something bigger than yourself, to step into your power, to connect with others on the same path, and to create the life you deserve, one that's in full alignment with your highest self. Can you feel the call to step into your future, knowing that it's waiting for you? Matthew 7:7 says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." You've asked, you've sought, and now the doors to your new reality are wide open. Don't wait for permission. The universe has already chosen you. Now it's time for you to claim your seat at the table. The future is waiting, and it's yours for the taking. The choice is yours. Will you answer the call? Number 8. The past is behind you, let them beg. You're moving forward, and now that toxic ex, the one who treated your relationship like a revolving door, the one who thought they could waltz in and out whenever they pleased, they're begging now. Isn't it interesting? They're suddenly in love again. Suddenly they've changed. Suddenly they're ready to give you everything they withheld, everything they took for granted. Suddenly they see and appreciate all the qualities they once criticized. Suddenly they understand what they had, now that they've lost it. How convenient, how utterly predictable. Does it make you smile to see them squirm as they realize what they lost? They come crawling back with all their empty promises, thinking they can simply pick up where they left off, that they can charm you into forgetting all the pain they caused, all the neglect and all the disrespect. But here's the truth. You don't need them anymore. You don't need their closure. You don't need their apologies. You don't need them to change, to prove they care, or to beg for another chance. You've already moved on. You've already outgrown them. Does it feel powerful to know that you've already moved on, leaving them in the past? Proverbs 3:5 teaches us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." You've trusted in God's plan for you, and He has guided you to move forward, away from the toxic, and into a future full of promise. You're too busy loving yourself to waste a single second on their desperate attempts to reclaim what they carelessly discarded. You've chosen yourself now, and that's all the closure you'll ever need. Their words, their actions, they mean nothing to you anymore, because your peace is too valuable to entertain their chaos. Can you feel how liberating it is to know you no longer need their validation? Ephesians 4:31-32 says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you." You've released all bitterness and anger, and in doing so, you've found peace in letting go of the past. You've built a life for yourself that's full of self-respect, growth and purpose, and they want to come back into that space. After all the times they made you feel small, unworthy or invisible, now that they see you thriving, now that they see you glowing with the kind of power they never took the time to appreciate, they want in. But that door is closed. The past is behind you, and it's staying there. How does it feel to know that you've moved on, and there's no turning back? Galatians 6:7 reminds us, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." They sowed neglect and disrespect, and now they are reaping the consequences of their actions. You've learned the hard way that sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is walk away from the people who don't value you, no matter how much they claim to love you, once they see what they've lost. You're not interested in revisiting a past that did nothing but drain your energy, suffocate your growth, and dim your light. You've come too far to go backward. You've worked too hard to get where you are now, and you're too focused on your future to let someone who never saw your worth drag you back into their mess. Can you feel how much stronger you are now that you've left them behind? John 15:13 tells us, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." But you've laid down the need for their love. You've chosen yourself, and that's the ultimate act of self-love. You're no longer available for anything less than what you deserve. So let them beg. Let them try to manipulate their way back into your life. Let them think they can have another shot at something they already threw away. But you're moving forward. You're walking into a future that's full of promise, full of the kind of love and respect that you've been giving yourself. And when you look back, it won't be with regret. It'll be with gratitude for the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the space you've made for people who truly value you. Are you ready to walk into that future and leave them in the past? Let them beg. You've already won. Dwayne, The Rock Johnson provides an inspiring example of leaving the past behind and choosing to rise above adversity. From his challenging beginnings to becoming one of the highest paid actors and a successful businessman, he's shown that no one's opinion or past mistakes can define your future. Like The Rock, you've embraced the strength to move forward, leaving behind those who failed to see your value. This is your time, chosen one, your renaissance, your resurrection, your reclamation. The universe is no longer working against you. It's conspiring in your favor. Every cosmic force is aligning to support your evolution, bending the very fabric of reality to accommodate your expansion. Stars are rearranging themselves, galaxies are shifting, and quantum particles are aligning to manifest your desires. Your transformation is not just your own, it's a universal shift, a grand alignment that shows how truly powerful you are. The ancestral spirits stand in awe of your transformation. Earth, air, fire, and water are combining their powers to fuel your ascension. You've finally realized your worth, and the universe has no choice but to rise with you. When you decide you're worth fighting for, even the cosmos takes notice. Shine on, you magnificent force of nature. Radiate that unmistakable glow, the one forged through fire, the one that's stronger, clearer, and more powerful than ever before. They never saw you coming, but you did, and that's what makes all the difference. You've always known that greatness was inside of you, and now the world will witness it unfold. This is your moment. Own it. Stay committed to your growth, keep your standards high, and never let anyone dim your light. The world is waiting for you to rise. Thank you for being here, chosen one. Whether you choose to donate through the Super Thanks feature or not, your support, your presence, and your energy are deeply appreciated. Your journey is part of something much larger, and I'm grateful for every step you take towards your greatness. If this message resonates with you, please consider supporting this content to keep it flowing. Every little bit helps, and it's a gesture of kindness that truly means the world. But know this, whether you donate or not, you are still part of this movement, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As you continue on this path, may the universe continue to align in your favor. May every step you take be filled with abundance, clarity, and power. Stay true to yourself, chosen one, and never forget, the world is waiting for your light. Shine as brightly as you were always meant to. The future is yours to claim. Keep evolving, keep growing, keep shining. This is your time. Let the world see you rise.